Coming up this morning on Action News, a woman is facing charges of negligent driving after a morning crash on Tuesday. 4 were sent to the hospital, but the extent of their injuries are unclear. We'll share what police say led to the crash. Plus, the State Fire Marshal's Office offering some tips on how to stay safe from winter-related fire hazards within your home. Some of those tips, good to practice year-round. We'll have those details. And it's the holidays, and that means festivities, but with those can come some risks, such as existing health issues getting worse or making some bad decisions. We'll hear from UW Medicine talking how to stay healthy through the rest of the holidays. That story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
Good morning, Storm Tracker Mike McCabe in for Jefferson Donovan.
And happy second day of Hanukkah to all those folks out there. Did you know this is the first day of Hanukkah fell on Christmas for the first time since 2005?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I learned that over the week. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
But one thing I did want to make a note as we start the day after Christmas, second day of Hanukkah, the wind, man. I was really feeling it when I was driving in. So kind of walk me through what's going on.
Absolutely. We are having those winds really pick up mainly in the Tri-Cities. Yakima right now, just calm conditions at this hour, but pressure gradients are tight. In other words, that's another word for wind, moving especially across the Blues right now. Yakima sheltered here in the valley with cloudy conditions, still picking up a little bit of light rain at 36 degrees, and that temperature is cooler as a result of that as well. Meanwhile, where the wind is really driving, look at the temperature difference, 51 in Pasco. Partly cloudy conditions, those winds sustained out of the south at 21 miles per hour. We're going to keep those winds going for the rest of our Thursday, and you can see some of those current wind speeds across the region. I'll have your full storm tracker forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Jefferson. Thanks, Mike. We begin this morning in Benton County. A woman is being charged with negligent driving after a crash Tuesday morning. According to Washington State Patrol, it happened at around 8 a.m. 2 vehicles were heading westbound on Interstate 82, approximately 3 miles east of Kennewick city limits. The SUV's driver, a 32-year-old woman, fell asleep at the wheel and struck another vehicle. 4 of the occupants in her vehicle were transported to Cadleck Regional Medical Center for treatment. No one was injured in the other vehicle. The 32-year-old, though, was charged with negligent driving and driving without insurance. And this foggy weather made driving tough in the Tri-Cities for some. Check out this picture posted by Benton County Fire District 1 on Monday evening. An SUV ran off the road, and as you can see in the background, the fog was thick at the time, and it lingered for most of the evening and into Tuesday morning. Switching gears this morning, earlier this week, we shared the response from the chief operating officer of an Ellensburg apartment complex that caught fire in April. While researching and speaking with another PTLA tenant, we learned more about the program the owners offer called Rentplus. Now, PTLA is a California-based company, and under their state law, they're required to offer it to residents in their California properties, but they also offer it to other tenants in Washington and Oregon. Rentplus is an optional service offered to residents. It reports positive rent payments to credit agencies to help build renters' credit. It does not report any non-payment, so if a resident isn't able to pay their rent in a particular month, the report is not sent. The COO of PTLA Property Management, Paige Robertson, tells us it's a benefit to residents that helps them build their credit. However, some tenants, like an anonymous current resident of a property in Ellensburg, have some issues with it, saying that it costs them an extra $15 a month. Adding PTLA signed everybody up. $15 a month for a year comes out to about $180. The Washington State Fire Marshal's Office has released a few tips that you can use to protect your home from winter-related hazards, winter-related fire hazards, that is. Make sure you're always that your heating equipment like a furnace, fireplace, or a space heater are properly maintained. It's also important that you test your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors once a month. The Fire Marshal's Office would like to remind people to be prepared for power outages and to use generators safely. Also, make sure you have an emergency plan in case one should happen. The Salmon Funding Recovery Board convened for a meeting last week that ran for over 5 hours. The board was briefed on a number of topics, including the salmon strategy, biennial work plan, reports from various government partners, and the estuary and salmon restoration program. They spoke about some of the positives in their work as they are preparing to work with a new governor and other new faces in elected positions. In April 2025, Yakima will host the Salmon Recovery Conference. This will be held at the Convention Center, and session speakers are being planned. Now, during the holidays, many of us focus on family, celebration, and festive traditions, but the holidays can also be a time of heightened risks as well. Health experts based out of the University of Washington tell us it's common for people to experience exacerbations of existing health issues during the season. While they say the cold weather can play a major part, it's not the only contributing factor.
Other things we see over the holidays, there's a lot of alcohol-related stuff. So drunk driving, over drinking can lead to exacerbations of people's illnesses. So we like to always caution people against overdoing it, even though I know it's a time to celebrate.
Now, we're told if you're feeling unwell, don't wait until after the holidays to seek medical attention. Staying vigilant and proactive about your health is the best way to ensure a safe and enjoyable holiday season. And with that, let's jump right over to Storm Tracker Mike McCade, because you're kind of tracking these winds today.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of wind over in Walla Walla.
Definitely right now, at 33 miles per hour sustained wind speeds. We actually have wind advisories in play for Walla Walla through a better part of the day. Yeah, it's really windy out there, and some spots anyway, like Yakima, winds are calm, kind of protected in the valley here a little bit. We'll let you know if these winds are going to stick around and what we can expect heading into our Friday and your weekend. It's all coming up with your full Storm Tracker forecast in just a few minutes.